Hi, welcome to my channel, Josh Gordon Music. This is a fun preset video, and this is one that I've based off of Blues Saraceno, one of the all-time great guitar players. Definitely, I think he's one of the all-time greatest. He's definitely been a huge influence on me. I love his playing. I especially love his first 3 instrumental albums. The first one I think came out in '89, Never Look Back. Plaid I think was in 1991, and then I think in '93 or '94 it was with Hairpick. And Hairpick is the one that I was actually listening to this morning, and I thought I'm going to try and make a quick little Blues Saraceno preset for the Pod Go. Now of course this preset's ballpark, and you know, as with any preset, I'm not the player. I don't have their feel, hands, touch, exact gear and whatnot, so it's not going to sound exactly the same, but again, this is just for fun. So if you don't know who Blues Saraceno is, look him up. Definitely check out his first 3 instrumental albums. He's done lots of great things throughout his career. I believe he, for a good part of his career, for who knows, last couple of decades, he's been doing work for movies, TV, soundtracks, all that, so you've definitely heard him play somewhere. Okay, so the gear that I chose, I have one of his signature guitar models here, the Samick TV20 with the Duncan design pickup. So for the Hairpick album, he used the Samick, but he had like his own signature Seymour Duncan humbuckers in there. And I believe he used a Dirty Boy amp, which I believe his father made. So I looked up a Dirty Boy amp and I found something. And the model that I think came closest to me in the Pod Go was the Placator. So we're using the Placator Dirty. All right, so I'll play a little bit and then we'll go look at the preset quickly. All right, let's have a look at the preset here. Okay, so we'll start here, the input. I have the gate on. Wah, I'm not using it really, so it's a teardrop crybaby. Now I had a couple of free blocks because what I really used for this preset was the amp, the cab, dedicated EQ, and then delay and reverb. And then I added an overdrive, which we'll get to, just to complement the amp a bit. But then I had a free block, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and find an auto wah. So I went through all the filters and found a seeker. Because sometimes when Blues is soloing on these records, you'll hear that he's manipulating the wah pedal. So I thought I'll just see if I can find that in an effect form. So let's hear the seeker. Okay, so that's the seeker. So next, yes, is my drive. If I can get to it there, thank you. Yeah, tube screamer with, you see, I just have the gain on 0.1. So it's just to get the little tone of this mixed in with the amp, okay? So we have the send return, the effects loop I'm not using, so the amp. So here's the Placator Dirty. Now you see I have the drive on too, because I'm using it in conjunction with the tube screamer. But you hear how gritty that sounds? I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, if you pump this up, it starts getting really fuzzy. But generally, if I don't use an overdrive, which I usually don't with the Placator because it's fine on its own, I have it about between 4 and 5, and that's good. So I have the bass down, I have the mids up, and a bit of some treble and the presence up, because I felt the tone for the Hairpick album, and that's the tone I'm going after. Sounded like it definitely had some mid punch to it, and some nice crispiness to it. So you'll see the rest of the settings, because as usual in the description box below, you can download this preset for free from the custom tone area on the Line 6 website. So you can see all the settings, all these HBE, Fat, C45 and saturations. I tried them, but I just felt it colored the tone or beefed it up or made it muddy a little too much for me, so I had all these off. So the thing I'll just point out here is I've assigned a foot switch control to the channel volume so that I can have a lead boost. So I'll play. Okay, so that's just a simple little lead boost that you can have there. Okay, so let's go to the cab. I usually like greenbacks, so I tried the greenback, the 25s, the old standard. Then there was the 20s and this blackback 30. So I just put this on, and I think I've left everything to the default here because it was basically the tone I wanted. Okay, the dedicated EQ. I use parametric because for the low frequency around 120, I'm trying to notch a bit of that out to get some of the fuzz and the mud out of it. And for the mid, same thing around the 715 hertz mark, took that down a little bit, and I left the high. Okay, so now the fun one here is the digital delay, the dotted eighth trick that on some tracks that Blues would do, he would use this trick. And actually, look what I found here. I have my tab book for his first one, Never Look Back, his first album, and there's a song here, Before the Storm, where he does this trick. So I was looking at it, the tab, and they said the repeats at 333 milliseconds, but I tried it, and I don't know. And I'm probably not even going to do this trick right because I'm not Blues Saraceno. But let's kick on the delay. Let's make sure it's on. Okay. So I'm going to try and give you an example of like a typical dotted eighth trick that Blues would do. Okay, so there's that kind of feature. Like check out his albums, because on the Hairpick album, on the first cut, Stinky Kitty, he implements this trick in a section of one of the solos there. So check it out. Okay. Now the reverb, again, going after the Hairpick guitar sound, I found it was more on the drier side. Like it's not drenched in reverb, like you're sounding like you're playing down a well or in a bathroom. It was like a nice subtle, maybe a room reverb. I tried the room, didn't like it, so I'm using the hall reverb, and you'll see here though, I have the mix very low, 17. So let's hear a note. Whoops, should probably turn on the guitar. Oh, and turn off the delay, why don't you? So let's say there's some reverb there, okay? So last we have volume pedal. I just put it at the end because that's what I like, and I didn't touch anything on the main out. So let's play another couple of lines. All right, well, there's my Blues Saraceno preset. Again, it's just a fun thing that I put together fairly quickly this morning, and it's just for fun. But yes, again, you can download it for free from the Line 6 website, Custom Tone Area, if you're so inclined. So thanks for watching. I appreciate all the returning viewers and subscribers. If you're new, thanks for being here, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and ring that notification bell, and you'll be alerted of when my next video comes out for the Pod Go, or it could be HX Stomp. Anyhow, thanks again for watching. Take care.